Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So before we get started, we're a little cramped in here today. Got all the toys in. It is raining, so we can't work on anything outside, so we're under the carport. I have the camera zoomed all the way out, but it's just tight quarters right now. But so today we're actually going to be working on the truck. Quick rundown, y'all should already know the truck. If y'all don't, y'all can go back, look at my other videos. 0967, 107,000 miles on it already. Somewhere around there. Now, what I've been noticing, probably around 90,000 miles. It feels like the steering is getting a little bit loose. So we currently only have one steering stabilizer on it. That is, I believe it's still the factory stabilizer. I don't know if I've ever replaced that. But it is only single, and the steering is getting a little bit loose. And the truck already has a stabilizer bar right there. So what else does it have? Keep in mind, guys, I don't remember every single thing we did to this truck because this build was done 2014, I think is when it ended, somewhere around there. So might not remember everything off the top of our head, but it's been giving us a little bit of issues. Nothing crazy, but I decided we're gonna go ahead and replace that one stabilizer. And I looked into it and I said, well, for literally a couple dollars more, you could upgrade to a dual stabilizer system, which we probably should have done from the start. But, oh well. It's neither here nor there, Mistakes are made. That part was just kind of overlooked, actually. So, mistakes are made. But it is what it is. So, today we're actually installing a kit from Rough Country. And it's going to replace that single one. Has these dual stabilizer, one for the left, one for the right, or however you want to look at it. And the interesting thing about these is they match very, very close to the silver on the truck. So that's gonna be kind of cool. Hopefully they match pretty good. I think they will, though. Well, let's see. Let's put them up to it. Oh yeah, that's almost a perfect match. Very, very close. But we decided to go ahead with this system. Paid $100 for this system. So, I mean, it's either that or pay $50 for a single stabilizer just to replace the one it had. But we decided for another $50, might as well put dual stabilizers on there. This is one of their cheaper kits. We didn't go crazy on it. I know they can go $200-300, sometimes more if you want to get into like Bilsteins or Fox or whatever. But for the amount of driving that we're doing with this truck and what we need it for, really don't need to spend all that coin on it. So we're gonna go ahead and get these installed, and hopefully they do make a difference. This truck is already pre-drilled for it. Now it is a 09, so it is the last year of the 3rd gens, but that hole right there, apparently you're supposed to drill them out, and that one on top. This truck is already pre-drilled for them, so I mean, makes it a lot easier. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can get everything mounted up real quick, and we'll fire it up, take it for a test drive, and hopefully notice a positive difference in it. But all right, guys, let's turn some wrenches real quick. All right, guys, so this is the end product. We're all done. I didn't time it, but unfortunately it took longer than what I was expecting. The old parts just were not wanting to cooperate. We ended up having to put penetrating oil, and even then, we decided, you know what, we had to go get the big impact gun to get them off. But we finally did get them off. And once we got them off, the install of these newer parts was fairly simple. The instructions weren't the best, but, it is what it is. We were able to figure it out. Now, the only thing is, and we knew this was a possibility, is that we ended up having to mount them on the bottom instead of on the top of the brackets. Now, for the sides, I knew that was a possibility. I did not think these two brackets right here in the middle, I did not think we're going to have to mount them on the bottom. So I'm not 100% thrilled about that, but it is what it is. We try to mount them on the inside, but let me show you guys. grab my light real quick. And there is just not enough room right there. Where that bolt goes up, if the stabilizer was on top, the stabilizer would be on top where the nut is right there. That would raise the nut up. The nut wood was sitting somewhere around here, and it just did not fit. We could probably, the only way is probably either leaving this front bracket off, or maybe trying to open up that bracket, pulling on it. Maybe we would probably have to heat it up, but it was gonna be a lot of extra work for not a whole lot of reward. So we decided to leave it like this, and just so you can see, it's no lower than the front differential. I mean, it's about 3 inches higher than the bottom of the front differential. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that on camera. So, shouldn't be an issue. But other than that, it is all done. Oh, we do have boot covers for it, which is like the little rubbers that goes on the ends right there. We might put them on right now. I wanted to wait just because I do want to start up the truck and take it for a little test drive, make sure everything's okay, and then I'll bring it back and tighten all the bolts down again, make sure everything's still tight, and then we could officially say it's done. But so far, so good. It looks a lot better. So let's hope it actually drives better. Now, it's not going to be a fair comparison just because I do believe the original, the one we just took off, was the original from factory. So it's, what, 12 years old now, 106, 107,000 miles on it. So, I mean, just about anything was better than that. But hopefully these will help tighten up the steering. And I don't know. Hopefully it'll all work out. But anyways, guys, I'm going to grab the keys for this thing and let it warm up already. And I'll do a quick test drive and let's see what we think.